Hey, Grigory High School here with another interview, getting to know the staff here with Ms. LaBarbera. Ms. LaBarbera, could you tell us a little bit about your role here at Grigory High School?
I am an English teacher here and formerly yearbook, but this year stepped down and not doing yearbook anymore, but still helping out, making sure that all the photos are correct right
And
now.
how many years did you do yearbook?
I think 3.
3, so that's 3 less years on your life, I think.
Yeah, basically. A lot of 3 a.m.s during that time.
What's the best thing you like about your job?
I like that every day is different, honestly. I think that if I had a job where every day was exactly the same, I would be very bored, and I have a spider monkey brain, so I think that this job is a really good one for me.
Spider monkey brain,
Yes,
really?
that's what it's notoriously called, is the spider monkey brain, where I just cannot focus on one thing for a really long time.
Could you tell us a little bit about your family?
I'm married. My husband is actually from Italy. He has a business here in, I guess you would say, the border of Salida and Modesto, where he teaches, well, kind of teaches. He does personal training for soccer.
Okay.
And so he has a lot of, actually our students go and see him. And so he's from Italy. I met him studying abroad in Italy and brought him back over in my carry-on. And we have one child, our son Lorenzo, and he's going to turn 3 next month on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah,
Great.
that's how I remember.
What makes him special, allows him to charge for soccer?
Well, he actually played. He played. It's called Serie B. He had a contract with Juventus. And he played basically their minor league. And when he was 16, he broke his knee in a game. And so he unfortunately wasn't able to go pro, but he would have gone pro if his knee wasn't broken.
Minor league pro
Yeah,
type?
basically. Like from the age, I believe, of, I think it was 12, he told me he had a contract with Juventus. They paid his parents,
Wow.
like the whole deal. So that sounds pretty real deal to me.
How long have you been at in the district, and then how long have you been here at Grigory?
Well, actually, they're the same because I started here at Grigory. I did my internship credential here, and so I actually started out with 4 classes and was off to the races and kind of just learned as I went. But Kim Cloud, she was my master teacher, and so she gave me some really good advice, and I think that was probably the best way for me to learn, was just to be thrown into it. Because doing your credential program, it doesn't prepare you for the day-to-day of what you're going to be doing and all the randomness that can happen.
So how long have you been here then?
I think this is I was here in 14, so this is year 5, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they talked you into yearbook advising almost out of the gate then?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. After that first year. Yeah. Thanks, Melissa.
What are some hobbies you have outside of work?
I've just recently gotten into knitting, and knitting has quickly turned into knitting a few rows and then not being happy with it and undoing the whole thing out. Yeah, but
Because you drop a stitch or something
yeah,
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know a lot about knitting.
Well,
Good for you.
I hear my wife, she doesn't cuss, but she says, "Oh, darn it," and so I know that means she dropped a stitch.
Yeah, I was in tears the other day because I actually finished an entire ball of yarn because I aspire to make a scarf one day, and I messed it up, and so I had to pull the whole thing out, and it was really sad.
Yeah.
Really, really sad. That was many, many days worth of time from my life.
And what's your favorite thing about Grigory?
I think just the atmosphere. I love our colleagues. See, Steamers. I love our colleagues. They're the best, and I know that I can just send a quick message or a quick email and I can get an answer very quickly back just because I'm super paranoid about a lot of things. And so I like that feeling of, I know that everybody has my back, you know what I mean? And everyone just wants me to succeed and I want them to succeed. It's just a great environment.
So a big sense of community.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, one more question. What's one thing maybe that most people don't know about you?
Let me see. Probably the study abroad thing. I don't think that a lot of people know that unless they actually like know me and know some of my backstory. And then I have this, maybe I won't say that. I have 3 master's degrees just because I couldn't decide on exactly what I wanted to do. And so my dad finally made fun of me and said, professional student, you need to find a job and maybe do like a credential program or something. And I said, yeah, you know, you're right. I probably should do something. So yeah, professional student.
So was English your first choice on teaching?
Yeah. That was the first degree was English. And then I think I just didn't know exactly, or maybe just wasn't ready to settle down yet. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll go to Italy for a while, and did that for a while, and then stayed a while.
So studying abroad and married to an Italian, do you speak Italian?
I understand. I understand a lot more than I can actually speak. But conversation-wise, I can hold one. I know my grammar isn't perfect at all. I basically just learned slang. I just learned by being, again, just plopped into the environment, and it's sink or swim. You have to survive. So you, especially the city where we were at, we were in a city where it's not a tourist place, and so nobody speaks English. And so you have to, if you want to go to the store, you have to be able to communicate. If you're looking for something in particular, you have to be able to communicate. You have to, you know, you want to take the bus, you have to figure out where you're going. So yeah, sink or swim, I think is the best way that I learned.
Well, thank you for interviewing with me and letting the staff get to know a little bit more about you. Thank you. Ciao.
Hi guys.